Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Look It Up Podcast. I'm Chip Ulmer, and it's my co-host and papa, Tony Gudo. You can find us on YouTube under the Look It Up Podcast and Facebook under his name, Tony Gudo.
Find us, check us out, and share it. Let people know what we're doing here. Let me put my earphones on so I can hear what's actually happening. Anyway, we're going to talk about a lot of things today. Mainly,
Indeed.
we're going to do a final mock draft for the Saints. That's coming up. That's going to be the last thing we do. We're going to do a little recap on a few other things, and then we're going to do a final mock draft. Go ahead. What? All right.
Nothing. So
let's
Papa's going to talk about UFL.
UFL. Anybody been watching the UFL? I have. I've been watching a couple of games a week. Anyway, last week, Louisville, kind of a bad team. Louisville ain't started off too strong, but guess what? They came back and they beat the Houston Gamblers, but the Houston Gamblers ain't too good either. But anyway, 24-22. 24-22. Tua's little brother, he only had 64 yards. He didn't do too well. But he's with Houston. He needs to be changed in teams, I guess. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
That's three, all right? Three. Tua and three. Anyway, the next game, let's see. I watched this game. The Dallas Renegades and the Columbus Aviators. Aviators outplayed Dallas last week, 28-14. I watched that game. That was a pretty good game. Dallas has been the best team so far in the league. Dallas and DC in Washington. Mm-hmm. But the Columbus Aviators came back and won that game. So Columbus is trying to make a comeback in the next few weeks. Battlehawks and DC played last week. That was a close game. DC, as I said, they were one of the best teams out there. DC won 28-22 over St. Louis. St. Louis is not doing that well this year. They were a good team last year, but not doing too good this year. We'll see what happens. Things can change. Still only halfway through the season, I think. And the last game was Orlando and Birmingham, and Orlando shut Birmingham down 16-0. All right, let's look at next week. What's coming up in the games? What's coming up? Where's the week? Where's the week? Week 5. Week 5 begins Friday night. The Birmingham Stallions hosting DC. DC's gonna win that game. Birmingham's not good enough. St. Louis Battlehawks go to Orlando, playing against Orlando. No telling what's going to happen in that game. Columbus plays Houston. Columbus is on an uptrend right now, and Houston's not playing good, so Columbus got a good chance of winning that one. And then Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon at 2, Louisville Kings go play the Dallas Renegades. Dallas Renegades been doing real good. Their quarterback, Austin Breeze, already got almost 1,000 yards passing in 4 games, so not too bad. Anyway, that's the recap on that. If you're interested in looking at it, just pull it up. They're either on Fox or Fox SS, or even ABC has a few of their games. Okay, we're gonna move on down. Let's talk about LSU real quick. LSU baseball.
Yep.
They lost a series again last week, pretty bad to who was that?
New Orleans. Was it New Orleans?
Yeah. And they did win last night. They came back and beat UNO. Won the game. I think it was 10-4 or something like that. I watched part of the game later in the game. And this weekend they go to Stark Vegas, and they play the Mississippi State Bulldogs in a series. The odds of LSU making it to the tournament is pretty slim. They have to win this tournament and maybe another tournament. I mean, not a series, another series, and hopefully make the SEC tournament.
Yep.
Go from there. So we'll see. Things are not looking that good in baseball right now, so we'll see what happens. Long way to go. Still ain't over yet. Okay, and then we're going to go on to the NBA. Last week I gave y'all 2 picks. And what'd you do with the picks? You make a wager only what? Only bet what you're going to afford to lose, or do not bet at all. Whatever. I went 1-1. Philly won easily, but Golden State ended up beating the Clippers last week, and I thought it was going to be the other way around. This week, I like 3 things. I just made my bet on 3. What is it? What I took Orlando and Detroit play tonight at 6:10 Central Standard Time. I took the under 218.5. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. Detroit's got a good defense. I think they hold them. I'm not sure who's going to win, but I think Detroit keeps that score down. In the other game, Phoenix and Oklahoma City, I like the over, 216.5. 216.5. And tomorrow, I like Toronto on the money line. And you could take them. They're getting 3 points, but I think Toronto wins that game straight up. So I'm taking them. I did a parlay on all three. $10 wins $83. Not a bad thing. But you can make your individual bets also. Anyway, that's what I did on that. Let's move on to NBA review. You want to talk about the NBA?
Yep. We got a lot to talk about. One of my two favorite parts of the year is NFL playoffs and NBA playoffs. NBA playoffs get hectic. It's kind of like March Madness in college. You never know what you're going to get. A lot of the time, the higher seed wins sometimes. But a lot of the time, there's some upsets, and there's been some upsets so far. The Celtics and the 76ers are tied 1-1 in their series. 76ers slipped in a victory in Game 2. Now that's surprising. Then the Hawks surprised the Knicks in Game 2. That series is tied 1-1. Then the Magic, the play-in team that made it in, beat the number 1 seed Detroit Pistons in Game 1. They lead 1-0, and they have a game tonight to see what will happen. No surprise, the Cavaliers take a 2-0 lead over the Raptors, which he thinks the Raptors will win tonight and make it 2-1. So tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Spurs, we thought that was going to be a sweep. Spurs are tied 1-1 with the Blazers, because the Blazers also got an upset win 2 days ago, which was surprising and tied the series up 1-1. And Blazers are a low seed, so they are playing the 2 seed and surprisingly tied. Then Denver and Minnesota is probably the best series in this round. They have been going at each other for the last 3 years. That series is tied 1-1. They both had good wins over each other, games 1 and 2. And the Lakers, the underdogs of this playoffs, because they're missing Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, are up 2-0 with 41-year-old LeBron James in the league carrying the team. They are playing the Houston Rockets. They lead 2-0. Houston was a big favorite to win in 5 or sweep. And the Lakers have won 2 games, and the Rockets have won none. So that is a surprise. And supposedly, Luka Doncic is supposed to return between Game 3 and 4. So hopefully he comes back, and if he comes back, it might be a sweep.
It could be, yep.
And then tonight there's another game, which is Game 2 of the OKC and the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns of the lowest seed in the West, and they are not expected to win any games in this series. So they play Game 2 tonight, and they play OKC, which is leading this series 1-0. And I anticipate OKC sweeps. So that's what's going on so far in the bracket of the NBA.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, that's what's going on. The NBA is a long way to go. We still got the playoffs, and the playoffs take forever, it seems like. So right now they're in the game within 7, best of 7 right now. Then I think doesn't it go eventually to best of 5 or something?
Nope. Best of 7 the whole way through.
Okay. But they changed it over the last few years.
It used to be a long time of it, like in the 90s and stuff. The first round used to be best of 5.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the NFL. We are, 26 hours away from the NFL draft.
Yep.
This morning, the last few days I've been doing a bunch of mock drafts. This morning I did one, and I accepted one trade with Kansas City. But here's what I ended up with. My first pick, I ended up with Mansour Delane out of LSU. Second, I got Chris Bell, the wide receiver out of Louisville. To do what? To get with the quarterback, with Chuck. They both from the same team. In the 42nd pick, I got an extra pick from Kansas City. I took T.J. Parker, the edge out of Clemson. And at 132, I took a wide receiver, Malik Benson, out of Oregon. Took 136. I took Jaden Roberts, an offensive guard from Alabama. Edge. I took Overton out of Alabama, another Alabama player, A- is his score. And I took the tight end, Daquan Wright, out of Ole Miss as my last pick in that round. But only went 5 rounds, I think. We're only going to do 5 rounds here too. We're not going to go all the way through. But if you do 5 rounds, now the way this works is we choose the Saints, okay? And then we have the Saints needs. Right here they say the Saints need, I'll go to it in a second, but they need receiver, cornerback, edge,
safety,
and a guard,
yeah,
and a tight end. That's the needs that they have at this point. What we're going to do is I'm going to click on it, and once we start the draft, the other teams above us are going to make their picks. And when we get to us, we're going to be offered a trade, and we can make a trade. Usually several trades come up. And then we're going to get the chance to pick the best player we see on the board.
yeah.
Or the player we think.
So we will narrate on what's going on our screen right here.
Here we go. We're going to pick the Saints, and we're going to start the draft. And here we go. The draft has started, and as everybody said, Mendoza went 1. Cornell Tate went 2. Oh, love to Arizona. I like that. Anyway, here's our pick. Okay, we can give away our 8th pick for 23, 54, 68, 98. I don't think so.
No.
We will reject that. Oh, the 11th pick with Miami, and add the 30th pick.
Nah.
I don't know. Look, 3 of our guys. Baines there, Downs is there, Delane is there. If we give away this, we got 3 picks. I think we'll take it. Let's take it. We're gonna accept that. We'll give away our 8th pick, and we still end up with we're gonna reject the next offer. And we are going to reject another offer, and we'll reject another offer, and we're going to take either Caleb Downs, or Monsieur Delane, or Mikael Lemon, or Jordan Tyson.
I say we go Downs.
I say we go Downs. He's the best player, but he's only 9. Delane's 10. We need a corner more than we need.
That's just the order of the best players in the draft.
I know, but he's right ahead of him.
Exactly. That's why I say take Downs.
So. I know, but we need a corner more. All right, let's take Downs. We take the Downs. All right, here we go. Everybody else is picking. Let's see what we got left.
Mansour Delane went to Dallas.
We need, we got a what? We got a safety. We need an edge, a receiver, and a cornerback.
Yep.
And we pick at number 30. Are we up there yet? We're at 30 yet? There we go, 30. No, we're going to reject the trade. 30 to 31. I'll get next year's pick.
Nah.
We don't need next year's pick. All right, here we go.
So our best players up is
tackle,
Caden McDonald, Christian Miller, Zion Young, Ty Simpson.
We need an edge. Let's look at edge. TJ Parker.
TJ Parker is probably the best one. I say we take TJ Parker.
All right, let's go. We're going to take J.D. Parker with the 30th pick.
Clemson.
In the NFL Draft 2026.
Yep.
Okay, here we go again. Our next pick is at number 42. So we got another pick coming up.
Round 2.
We need a receiver. We need a receiver. Let's look at the receiver.
We do need a receiver.
Trade. Anybody want to trade? No, we're not taking a trade. No.
That's too much. Receiver.
What we got? Chris Bell.
Chris Bell. I think we take Chris Bell.
Chris Bell to go.
Take Chris Bell right now.
Tyler Shuck.
Go ahead.
That's it. We took him. All right, our next pick is 132. We got a long way to go. All right, so right now, what we got? Let's look at our picks. We got a safety, an edge, and a receiver.
Now we need a tight end or a guard.
We need a tight end. We need a quarterback.
But Downs can always transition to a corner.
No, let's see if there's anybody good.
Because Downs can play both.
Is our pick yet? Nope.
Not yet. Not even close.
We got a long way to go. Okay. Here's the best corners.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, Willie Lee the third out of A&M is the best corner available, unless he gets picked in the next few rounds before we get to pick. Let's see, where we at here? Let's move on.
I wish the real NFL draft moved this fast.
No, it don't go this fast. They They don't have time. They're complaining now because it's going to be 8 minutes instead of 10 or whatever.
That's a lot of
Some
time
people
still.
complaining now. We're still at 132. Let's look at the best overall. Best overall. Oh, well, Lee's still there. The best overall. He'll be gone by the time we pick, I think.
Yep, there it goes.
Okay, running back, tight end.
Tight end Justin Jolie.
Nope, he's gone.
Nope.
All right, Brian Pickard.
Never mind.
Here's where it gets tough. Here's where it starts getting tough. We're almost here. I'll pick. Let's
Low
see.
priority.
Best available cornerback out of Washington, Davis.
Tacorio Davis.
Tacorio Davis
I
out
say-
of Washington.
I
He's
think
the
we
best.
could.
He's the best cornerback at this point. Let's look down at K'Ron Black. He's good too.
Or Dave
97 versus 120.
Bentley.
Who?
Bentley out of Utah.
Yeah.
Chris McLean is good.
Yeah, but they're not corners.
They're
Let's go with him. Let's go with Davis. We're going to take Davis out of
corner.
Washington.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Where we
Next
going?
pick,
Our next
136.
pick. Our next pick is coming up quick. Here's our next pick. 136.
We need a guard or tight end.
We need a guard or a tight end. Let's see. Offense. Let's look at the tight ends. Who we got available?
Bentley, Roush,
Utah.
Wright.
This guy at Stanford's supposed to be real good. This guy's the one I was talking about earlier.
But look how much higher he's ranked than them.
126. Bentley out of Utah.
I say we take Bentley.
All right, let's take Bentley. We take Bentley out of Utah. Tight
Galen
end.
Bentley.
All right, next pick is 150. Oh, we're not far away. All right, what we got? We got all our players, huh? Let's see. We got a safety, an edge, receiver, a quarterback, a tight end.
We need a guard.
We need a guard. Let's see. Offensive guard. Wake Forest guy.
Or
Let's see.
Jaden Roberts.
Roberts out of Alabama.
That's who you took in the other one, huh?
Yeah. Anaz Cooper out of Miami.
There we go. Where it's our turn.
I think we go with Roberts. Let's take the Alabama kid.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Alabama lineman, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. That fills most of our needs, too. We only have one more pick right now. One more pick. Here we go. One more pick. What we got, what we need. Probably should get us another corner or a receiver. What do you think?
Or we could get,
Let's get another receiver.
yeah,
Let's see, 172. Almost.
Aaron Anderson out of LSU.
Who?
Aaron Anderson. Still there.
Aaron Anderson, yep. Think we ought to take him? He's ranked 199.
Why not?
This guy's 155. SMU.
Jordan Hudson. That's up to you.
Either him, I think another receiver is what we need to do.
I say Aaron
Let's give
Anderson.
us two receivers.
I say Aaron Anderson or the first guy.
Either two receivers or two corners. What you think?
I say receiver.
Receiver.
So I take Aaron Anderson.
Aaron Anderson. Okay, we will take Aaron Anderson. That fills off.
Which is probably
Right.
unlikely because Mickey Loomis does not like drafting LSU for some reason.
Well, we're taking one, so we'll find out. Anyway, we didn't finish the draft, but overall, with our draft, we got an overall grade of a B.
That's great.
A B. Caleb
pretty good.
Downs. Caleb Downs got a B plus. T.J. Parker got a B minus. Chris Bell, A minus. Tarek Trio Davis, A plus. Whoo, I think corner out of Washington. That's a good pick. And at 136, Bentley out of Utah, a B. Jaden Roberts, not scored too high out of Alabama, but I still like Alabama linemen. And Anderson, a C minus. But overall, we only made one trade. We traded with Miami. We gave them the 9th pick, and they gave us, we gave them the 8th, they gave us the 9th.
And our trade was considered a B.
A B trade. We did all right. I like that draft. Caleb Downs, T.J. Parker, Chris Bell, Davis, Bentley, Roberts, and Aaron Anderson. That's a pretty good group. I like them.
I think so.
We're going to end up, I'll tell you what, you look at the draft. Let's look at back. Let me go back and start over just to look at the group. Go back and restart just to look at the players available. You look again. Look at us right here. We start over again. Now, at the 8th pick, let's see what players are available.
If it's the same people.
Reject. Okay, at the 8th
Reuben
pick,
Bain.
Reuben Bain is there.
Caleb Downs.
Caleb Downs is there.
I would take Ruben
Marshall
Bain.
Delane is there. McCoy is there. Lemon's there. Tyson's there.
Ruben Bain's the best player in this.
I would take Bain.
I would take Bain because we need
He's
an edge.
available. He wasn't available when we did our pick earlier. But him, Downs, and Mansour all lined up back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Saints are going to have, I just listened to Mickey Loomis a few minutes ago, and Mickey's saying, we're going to take the best player available. Will he trade up? Well, he said, you only trade up if you see somebody that is outstanding that you got to have.
Mm-hmm.
You only move up for a specific player. I don't see us doing that. I mean, there's some rumors out there that we might move up and try to get Sonny Styles out of Ohio State, linebacker. In this draft here, New York, the Giants take him at 5. And then the Giants take who at 10? I'm saying, huh?
You didn't draft yet.
Wow, okay, we did draft. Okay, let's draft Bain. Let's see what the Giants do. Giants take a receiver, right?
They
Back
take.
it up. Back it up. What did it take? Giants, slow down. Giants took. They're going to let me do it.
Gotta pause it.
I don't see no pause.
Pause draft right here.
Anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
Full result.
There you go.
Back. Okay. So the Giants took Sonny Styles at 5 and Caleb Downs. Woo! 2 defensive players is what the Giants took.
No, the Giants did not take Caleb Downs.
No, that's not the Giants. Where's the Giants? They're supposed to be at 10. This is
They're at 18.
They must have traded down.
Yeah,
They
probably.
must have traded down. Anyway, let's just say we're trying to tell you how many players are going to be there. We're going to have at least 4 or 5 top-notch players at number 8. So we just pick whatever we want, whatever we feel like we need. I would take the best player, whoever it is. If it's Bain, is it Downs, or if it's Delane. I don't know if Downs makes it to us. They keep saying that, but I think somebody's going to take Downs. Okay, so that's it. NFL draft. We'll be covering it next week in detail and going through what the Saints did and what everybody else has done. It's going to be a great night tomorrow night. I'm thinking, I've been following the draft quite a bit over the years, and this year I've been looking at it quite a bit the last few weeks. I believe there's going to be several trades in the first round.
I do too.
There's going to be several teams trying to move up into the top 10. At least 3 teams. Probably Dallas, and there's 2 or 3 other teams right behind Dallas, like who I'm thinking about. Maybe Minnesota, possibly Miami, because they got a lot of picks. Maybe the Chargers or the Rams trying to move up and get somebody. But there's going to be, I think, at least 3 trades in that top 3. And in the first round, I anticipate being quite a bit of trades. And then they say the second round on Friday, the second and third rounds on Friday night. There's going to be several trades there too. So anyway, it's going to be interesting. Anyway, take a look at us, watch us, make any comments. If you don't like what we're doing, tell us you don't like it. If you like it, share it. Let everybody know where we're at. We're on Facebook under my name, Tony Gudo.
And YouTube under the Look It Up Podcast.
Look It Up Podcast. We've been doing it now for how many times?
Almost 9 months.
Almost 9 months. We started before football season, and we're continuing to grow. We're going to start adding people. After next week, we'll start adding guests. We're going to bring guests in to talk about football, baseball.
We'll have
whatever they're
someone on the
interested in.
phone. We'll have
We may have some live, but we're going to have some on the phone because we have people from out of town that want to be guests. So
out
we'll
of
talk to
state.
them. Out of state, yeah. Anyway, let's go Tigers this weekend. Let's try to get back straight so we get into the tournament.
Back in the win
Saints,
column.
let's don't mess up the draft, Saints. Let's do it.
Please.
We can do it good.
We can get an A draft like we did last year.
Yeah. All right, take care. See y'all later.
Bye-bye.